We recently saw and heard of the BJP's Karnataka manifesto, which told you about the many A's they were providing or offering. On the plane here, I was thinking of what these A's stand for according to me, and I found 4 or 5 expansions of that acronym. I don't know about their manifesto, but I certainly know that their A stand for arrogance. I certainly know it stands for anarchy, for abuse. There's a nice little word I found, affray. Affray is disorder and chaos, and atrociousness. And many of these I will reflect on what I'm going to tell you shortly. So don't be misled by the false A's. These are the true, genuine A's you are already experiencing. Across the country, several state BJP governments have experienced. Along with these A's, there are 4 CMs, not C's, but CMs. One is the so-called constitutional formal CM, who needs to be sympathized and empathized with, Shri Bommai. And then there are very many virtual CMs, not so adrishya. Many virtual CMs, including super CMs and including supermost CMs. The constitutional CM is Mr. Bommai. The super CMs are sometimes Mr. Yedurappa, sometimes Mr. Santosh. And the omnipresent, omniscient, supermost CM is Honorable Mr. Narendra Modi, our Prime Minister. You have to decide as to how much good a supermost CM from far away can do to a state without a real CM having real powers. A weak CM, friends, can never rule a large, important, growing, developing state like Karnataka. And therefore you have found, because of this whole catena of formal CMs, de facto and real CMs and super CMs, you have found the Bommai government's governance or lack of it is characterized by inefficiency, by intolerance and by injustice. Now I know you've been hearing the various people coming here every day. And just because the headings are the same, they don't make the headings less serious. These are red alerts, these are red flags in any democracy. But they have reached the utmost, outermost limit of degradation under the BJP Bommai government. This, friends, is a government steeped in corruption. It is of the corrupt, by the corrupt, for the corrupt, in their governance, in their intricacies, in their internal workings. It is, well, we have all heard, even in our neighboring, broken, disintegrating Pakistan, we have heard of 10% sarkars and Mr. 10%. We have, for the first time for many months, we are hearing 40% sarkar, 40% sarkar. 40% sarkar is probably the most respectable figure attained by any corrupt regime. So if there is respect among the corrupt, this is the highest form of respect. You have had so many examples, brazen, egregious, blatant, shameless. I am repeating them not because you don't know them, but just to tell you how brazen and egregious they are. The Karnataka State Contractors Association, this is unique. And nobody will know it better than them because they are both the victim and in a sense the co-participants. They say they've been asking for 40% of project cost. Imagine if I take 40% of project cost, how much will you as the consumer pay for that project cost? Santosh Patil has given you details. He has given you a minister. He has given you names. He has given you details. And ultimately he has taken the extreme step of ending life. There has to be a ring of truth in some extreme measures. You have heard of recruitment, police sub-inspectors, recruitment for boards and corporations, vice chancellors of universities. It is quite amazing. with what a straight face the Honorable Super CM, the Honorable Prime Minister talks of clean governance. He says, if I set the ED and the CBI and the IT after the corrupt, but he is like Nelson. Remember, Nelson had a blind eye on one side. He said, I only look this side. I can't see that side. So he never sees that in Karnataka. The 40% Sarkar is immunized from the allies of the central BJP. The state 40% BJP Sarkar is immunized from the other allies of the BJP, which is the IT, the CBI and the ED. I was quite stunned to read that there is even theft of voter data. That is quite a unique achievement, probably the reverse, the flip side of the IT capital of India. IT capital should be known for other things, but the BJP has made it known for voter data theft. We know those acronyms as a trust, Chilume, educational, etc., and there is SWEEP, the Systematic Voters Educational Electoral Participation Project, SVEEP. It is astonishing that directly BJP ministers and leaders have been involved in manipulation of voter data. I am told your reports have shown 30% of the names in these wards have been deleted. Can you ever see a more brazen abuse of governance power or lack of it? A Bahutva Karnataka, along with other organizations, has done a statistical study and given it an E ranking. When I was fortunately touched with a very good student in school, I used to get A++, but we were told that E ranking is below the fail ranking. When you fail, not borderline, below the fail ranking is E, not compartment in the old days. They have given a ranking of E. Take communalism, take corruption. The worst of the C's has been practiced by these CMs. Corruption and communalism practiced by super CMs, virtual CMs and constitutional CMs. Friends, I know that we have to speak in English here, but you understand sufficient Hindi for me to use a couple of Hindi couplets. लूट रही है राज्य को जनता का खून रही है चूस. They are looting and they are sucking the blood of the जनता. भाजपा जेब भर रही है लेकर 40% की घूस, 40% सरकार. And the other calling card of this 40% sarkar is communalism. Whenever in doubt, use and play the communal card. Don't tell you the water crisis in the state. That's too serious. That's a governance issue. That's an issue which affects you and me. The water crisis in all the districts you know better than me, from Bangalore rural to Raichur to Chikmagalur to Kalaburgi and so many more names I have. Never talk about that. Talk of communal issues. How much has Karnataka received? Has been told to you today morning, I am told by my colleague. I have the figures. The percentage received is a fraction of what it should have received. The CAG report says so. Floods, damages officially estimated at 35,000 crores. Every day you are used this phrase, double engine sarkar. Double barrel gun ki tarah, double engine sarkar. 35,000 crores. Do you know how much Karnataka has received from the National Disaster Fund? From this double engine sarkar? 1869 crores. Double engine is firing in the reverse direction or firing in front? I don't know. Or is it both the engines not working and doing just some firecrackers? Niti Aayog State Hunger Index, not his, not mine, not hers, not NGOs. Niti Aayog's Hunger Index, and I'm stunned. It's one of the most prosperous states, Karnataka. I mean, in the south, Andhra and Karnataka and Tamil Nadu are supposed to be amongst the highest prosperity index from legacy times, from historical times. Niti Aayog puts hunger index of Karnataka below Tamil Nadu, below Kerala, and gives it a yellow mark, not a green mark. It's 53, Tamil Nadu is 66, Kerala is 80. Hunger index in a state like Karnataka, and you are giving lectures. They talk about providing support sustenance, employment. The easiest way they can do it, there they are keeping maximum vacancies. 15-20 junior training officer vacancies. It has now become 2,000. 500 has happened while we have been talking in these last few months. 754 factories have shut down with 46,000 employees in the years 2020 and 2021. I would like Honorable Shri Amit Shah, I would like anybody else to challenge these figures. From the IT capital, not only of Karnataka and India, but of the world, or the second IT capital of the world, that is Bangalore, 150 companies have shifted base. This is the sad reality, friends. 46% more children die within 1 year in Karnataka than in neighboring states, including Kerala and Tamil Nadu. I am giving you both monetary commercial indexes and I am also giving you human development value indexes on both counts. Highest unfilled vacancies of teachers in government schools are in Karnataka. 57% is the figure. 1.41 lakh vacant teacher posts in government schools. I am giving you a 360-degree look of governance or lack of it. Take education, take health, take services, take floods, take water, take corruption. Take your pick. It is not that we are being selective, it is not that we are quoting imaginary figures. Bengaluru, one of the proudest cities, pride of India, pride of Karnataka. The spike in crimes is reprehensible. Women and children, 30% increase. They are published official figures. Between 2019 and 2021, there is an increase of 1400%. That is 14 times, multiplied by 14, on seizure of narcotic drugs. People talk about Punjab. Do people talk about Bangalore? This is governance for you. This is governance for you. The livability index, I come from Delhi, my friend comes from Delhi. We don't boast about Delhi. We think Delhi is pretty poor in a lot of these things. But the livability index of Delhi is higher and better than Bengaluru. Which is sad. I must genuinely confess, I am not saying it because of elections. For decades, Bangalore has been my favorite city. Look at your weather, look at your facilities, look at your God's blessing. And with that, it is behind Mumbai, which is 141, Delhi, which is 140, Bengaluru is 146. These are official figures. Why? Because over the years, you have not done governance, you have done communalism and corruption. Friends, a few words on their manifesto and I am done. Just a few examples, not too many. One of the promises is 3 free cooking gas cylinders to BPL families on those special months of Ugadi, Ganesh Chaturthi, etc., etc. Do you know that exactly the same promise was made by Shri Rajnath Singh about LPG cylinders in Uttar Pradesh in 2022? 1 year down the line, nobody has seen the color of those LPG cylinders. So what the BJP is doing is it is taking a manifesto from Uttar Pradesh, dusting it up and representing and packaging it to you. Don't be taken by that. You will also be waiting, like UP people are waiting for Rajnath Singh's release of the manifesto. The Atal Ahar Kendra is a very interesting name. Modi ji's government, and I have the highest respect for Atal ji. I am not talking about Atal ji. The BJP of Atal ji and the BJP of Modi ji are like North and South Pole. There is no comparison. That is what BJP people say, not Congress people. But the Atal Ahar Kendra is nothing but a renamed project of Indira canteens. Indira ji started those canteens. Those canteens were closed down for lack of funding by the BJP government. And you are now calling some new scheme, which is nothing but a renaming and repackaged scheme, Atal Ahar Kendra. There has to be a shame, even in being shameless. Even shamelessness requires a certain degree of limit to shame. The 5 kilogram promised through monthly ration kits the Congress has been providing larger quantums earlier. And so on and so forth. My friend will release to you some data I have here. I don't want to say every one of them. But they have said, for example, holistic upgradation of government schools through Vishweya Vidya Yojana. The reality is what? In June 22, the Karnataka government announced its plan to shut down 13,800 government schools. As I just said, 57% are seats vacant. So, what are you doing? You are just making grand promises after doing the opposite in your time of governance of 5 years. Labor employment has been going down. So many things have been going down. I will end only by saying, friends, you have all seen the Chal Charitra and Chehra of this party, which believes in false promises. I am requesting you to remember that बिखर रही है भाजपा, चुनाव से पहले शामत है आ गई. एक तरफ है एंटी इनकम्बेंसी, एक तरफ है भीतर की लड़ाई. This is a party racked by internal dissensions. It is falling apart. It is worried and terrorized by anti-incumbency. Waves and hordes are leaving it, and internally they are a disunited, disorganized force. And therefore, the writing is writ large for them on the wall. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Time for questions. Yeah.
Any questions? You have questions in here?
You are saying the same thing about BJP.
Welcome to K-Mall, a premium project by Kaleen Group. K-Mall is in the heart of Kolkata's electronic, garment and lifestyle hub, Khidirpur. K-Mall, which is designed as a world-class mall, is the outcome of endless effort of our experts, combined with modern superb techniques and new-age design. Book now